this rubbish again. Wasting his days away with the keyboard cat. Doesn't he know he's got videos to make for his YouTube subscribers? I've had enough of this. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello. Hello. Yes. I'd just like to say, what the hell are you doing? You know you've got videos to make, so come on, chop chop, get to it. Let's make some videos. We've got a QAV250 sat there on the bench that people want to see. So come on, make it. Okay, from the top, people, and action.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another one of my videos. Today we are going to be taking a look at the QAV250 and I'm going to be taking you through the basic build. First of all, we're going to start off by attaching our LEDs to the power distribution board. To do this, you're going to need two pieces of cable. These are not supplied with the pack, you will have to provide your own pieces of cable to do this. You're going to need to cut these cables to about 6 centimeters long. You don't want to cut them too long or too short. If you cut them too long, you will end up with a large piece of wire like this. And if you cut it too short, then the cable won't reach long enough for you to put the screws into the LEDs. Now add some solder to the contact points on the LED. Also add some solder to the power distribution board where you're going to connect these LEDs. Now using that 6 centimeter cable that you just previously cut, solder it onto the main power distribution board. Now solder your LEDs to the other end. Now add some solder to all the positive and negative contacts on the centre of the board. Once that's done, it's time to install the ESCs. The standard power cables on the ESCs are far too long. You're going to need to cut these down to around 10mm each. If you cut the cables too long, then it will look like this, and the ESC will overlap the edge of the power distribution board. So once you've trimmed these power cables down to 10mm, all you need to do is tin the ends ready for soldering. Now solder the ESC straight onto the main power distribution board, black to negative and red to positive. Continue this process for the rest of the ESCs. Also ensure that none of your solder points are making contact with each other. Once that's done, your power distribution board should look something like this. Here I'm soldering on my battery power connector. This just solders onto any of the plus and negative points. After completing the build, I realised I needed more power outlets to power my video transmitter and my camera. So I added a Fat Shark power cable and a power cable for anything else I might wish to power. Now use one of the long screws and push it up through the bottom of the power distribution board. Then add one of the small spacers. Continue this for all 4 corners. This is going to be the front of our craft. The QAV250 comes with red and white LEDs. The front white ones are these orangey looking ones. The plain white ones are actually red and will be the rear. Place the frame over the distribution board and pull the cables through from the ESCs. Then grab the large spacers, screw these down onto the screws that come through the board. Again, repeat the process for all 4 corners. Ensure that no wires are being pinched underneath. In the kit is an Allen key. This will allow you to tighten up these screws. Now let's screw down our LEDs. You will find 4 of these very small screws in the kit. Be careful when you're screwing these in, as I actually snapped one of these. I then connected one of my 3-cell batteries just to make sure they were still working. Using the screws provided, attach the last large spacers to the front of the craft. You can then slot in your camera plate into the front. To complete this part of the build, just add the top plate. Again, this is held in using the provided screws. The last optional part to do is to add the legs. These are the medium-sized spacers that you see. Then just add the rubber caps onto the bottom of the legs. That's all for this video now guys. I do appreciate you watching. I will follow up this video with the installation of the CC3D OpenPilot flight controller, also the installation of the motors and full setup. All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, stay tuned and please subscribe if you haven't already.